And Michael Jr. says, the further you go back, the further you've been set back, the further you can reach. But what are you aiming for? That's what he said. I really like that. The further you've been set back, the further you can reach. But what are you aiming for in your life? Think about that. This is a profound thing that I want to end with, okay? Joseph had a ton of setbacks in his life, didn't he? Joseph was betrayed. Joseph was deserted by his family. He's being stretched. He was betrayed and deserted by his family. He endured sexual temptation and was wrongfully accused, put in prison, and forgotten about. Put in prison, forgotten about. Joseph went through a lot of hurt, didn't he? He went through a lot of pain. He went through what we would consider a lot of setbacks in life. But those setbacks were also preparing him, setting him up for comebacks, weren't they? Joseph was being set back so he could be set up and prepared to be second in command of Egypt. Joseph was being set back so he could be set up to go before Pharaoh, the king, the ruler of all Egypt. He was being set back so he could be set up to make a plan for all the world then around Egypt to save many lives. Many lives. Joseph was being set back to be an incredible, incredible blessing to other people. Judy, you might want to duck. He was being set back so he could go forward. I told you might want to duck. She's going to fire it back. And the same can be true for your life and my life too. Anybody ever have a setback? Judy's like, oh no. Chris is running. Anybody ever have a setback in your life? Anybody ever have pains or hurts or difficulties or frustrations or tears or got fired? Anybody ever sick or unhealthy or had a financial crisis? We all have setbacks in our lives. It just depends. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I wouldn't do that. Okay. It all depends what you're going to do for your setbacks. How are you going to have, what attitude are you going to have? What response are you going to have? Are you going to have a godly response that'll prepare you for a comeback, that'll set you up for a comeback? Are you going to have a faithful attitude? Are you going to honor God with how you think, how you believe, how you trust in Him in those setbacks, in those difficult times? Because when you have a God-honoring response, when you have a godly attitude and perspective, God will be faithful to give you more. God will set you up to help you have a comeback in your life and to be a great blessing to many, 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 many people around you. That's what God does. He can. Do you trust in Him to use your setbacks to bring you forward? That's what God does. And the further you've been set back, Kent, the further you can reach with God's help. Oh, yeah. Nice catch. So will you change your perspective? Kent, can you bring it back up here? Okay. Will you change your attitude? What are you aiming for in life? Gina? There we go. What are you aiming for in life? Natalie? That's scary. That's a question we all got to ask. What am I aiming for? Okay, I'll put this away. I know you're scared. Dan's getting crazy again. What are you aiming for in your life? Will you use your setbacks? Will you trust that God will use your setbacks to set you up for a comeback, to work through you, to give you more power, to give you more, to be faithful with what you have, trusting that God will give you more? Trust God for the comeback in your life. Maybe view your setbacks as steps along the way for your comeback. When our attitude and our mind shifts, like Joseph, God can work and do incredible things through all of us. Amen?